G'day guys, it's Phantom, and I didn't upload a video yesterday. My apologies. So today, I'm going to be talking about two movies, because it was Halloween. I'm going to be talking about two horror movies that I absolutely loved, that I watched a few days ago. I got to watch them, that being Barbarian and Pearl. So yes, first I'm going to talk about Barbarian. This movie was extremely surprising. I'm not going to get into too much about it because you just have to experience it for yourself, because I didn't know anything going in. Um, I I knew a little bit, that which kind of put me off, which is why I want you to experience it. It is about this girl going in for a job interview, who has rented an Airbnb. That being Georgina Campbell's character Tess, but the place is already rented by somebody else, played by Bill Skarsgård. Um, these two are fantastic in this movie. They are just mesmerizing to watch. The line delivery, everything that came out of their mouth um, it was great. Another person that I didn't know was going to be in the movie is Justin Long. He was probably the best part. He's kind of like this douche, who kind of doesn't like people, but comes off a little bit friendly. But the things that he's been doing is kind of but his character is great. Pretty much the whole entire cast is fantastic. And yeah, that's pretty much. I'm going to talk about the plot. This movie is one of the scariest movies of the year. I don't easily get scared by movies, but this one had extremely effective jump scares and very cool kills, and I absolutely love this movie. Um, yeah, the score as well is pretty simple, but it is extremely effective. The build up to the scares, you get the a little cliche lead up to the jump scares, but it is pretty unpredictable, and it is very effective. The cinematography as well is one of the some of the best of the year. There was one point where they have like the camera, and then they like move it up extremely fast, as if something was going to pop out, but it didn't. I got a little bit like, oh, but yeah, just things like that, and they use like extreme wide shots. They use a POV shots, which were absolutely stunning. I am gonna grade both these movies at the end, because I'm gonna give them the same grade. But yes, next I'm gonna talk about Pearl, the prequel to X, which is one of my favorite horror movies of the year. Well, one of my favorite movies of the year. Absolutely perfect. I would give that an A plus if I reviewed it, but I didn't. Um, I think that I like Pearl a little bit more. It is a character study. Mia Goth plays Pearl. She also plays the main character in X. But the Pearl and her acted by Mia Goth in both movies. So yeah, she was fantastic. Literally the best performance of the year so far. Obviously, she won't get nominated because the Oscars don't recognize horror, which is a bit of a shame. But what Ty West has done is great. They've already made a third one, which is a sequel to X. I think it's going to be the greatest horror trilogy of all time. Ty West is such a great filmmaker, masterful filmmaker. I don't know if he's done much work before, but he is a masterful filmmaker. The cinematography as well is absolutely beautiful. Most of it is shot in the day, and most horror movies are shot during the night, but this movie shows that anything can be horrifying during the day. And most of the kills are done during the day. Yet again, I'm not going to spoil too much. Yes, it's also a character study. It's kind of like a movie kind of reminds me of Joker. I'm not gonna like compare, but it kind of reminds me of Joker, on like the character study aspects, and it's also like based off today's pandemic, when they had their pandemic during the World War I times, which was kind of cool. I don't really like watching movies about all that, but it was nice to see, like, they kind of linked it into today's society. Um, but yes, these are two movies that you should definitely watch. I loved both of these movies. I am just gonna say this straight up. Both of these movies get an A plus. I have no problems with these movies. The pacing with these movies is so. And one more thing I want to talk about, Pearl, with Mia Goth's performance. There's about a 5 minute monologue with it's a one continuous shot, and it was just mesmerizing. But yes, definitely watch these movies wherever you can. Definitely worth your time. So, that's my reviews of these two movies that I watched in the past few days. What were your thoughts? Have you seen them? And yes, have a good one.